Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to Monday's edition of the Breakfast Club. I'm Got That Funk. Thanks for joining me. Well, I'm going to attempt to address three Breakfast Clubbers with this video. Sketchy White Dude with his video on Friday, Narrative versus Facts. Josh on Saturday with his video about biases. And Peach yesterday talking about letting refugees from Syria into the USA. Sketchy's video was in particular pertaining to the massacre in San Bernardino. Am I allowed to call it a massacre when 14 people die? I don't know. But yeah, the mass shooting, the murder, the death, the terrorism that happened. Josh wasn't necessarily pertaining to that so much on Saturday, but I think his video fit in with Sketchy's nicely, and I basically want to elaborate, that we all have inherent biases that we bring to the table, to every conversation and to every observation that we make. We can't help it. It's part of what we do. It's part of how our minds function in order to make sense of things, and this is what Sketchy was talking about narratives, because our life is made up of a variety of narratives, and we will tend to try to fit everything that we experience into one of our narratives for how things are. And that's certainly no different when it comes to current events in the news, and breaking news in particular, where you have pundits on TV spinning their own narratives as it goes along and so forth. And I think they deliberately play on people's biases to sort of guide the conversation and also make themselves seem smarter and more important. I think that's a big part of what they do in the media, or try to do. Anyway, and all of this plays into what Peach was talking about yesterday when it comes to refugees, because there's an awful lot of narratives about immigrants in general, about Muslims in general, about the fact that these people are coming from where ISIS is fighting, and ISIS has been infiltrated. They're worried ISIS has infiltrated the refugees, and they don't seem to have any appreciation for how strict the regimen is for getting into America as a refugee. It's not as if they just open up the gates and say, well, you're from Syria, come on aboard, welcome to America, here's a free house. That's just not how it works. There's an extremely strict vetting process. And is it foolproof? No. Is anything? No. But I think we have a moral obligation to open our doors to as many qualified refugees as possible, because whether we like it or not, it's my opinion anyway, that some of the instability that these people are experiencing is a direct result of a sequence of events which had its origins with the Gulf War, or more to the point, the 2003 invasion of Iraq. So yeah, that's my opinion, but that's my narrative. That's my bias, and I can't help but bring that to the table. I don't think any of us can. We can try to be objective, but ultimately we are subjective in nature, and it's really hard to overcome that. So that's what I've got to say. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Up next is JJ Talks. I look forward to seeing what you've got to say down below, and I'll see you again next Monday. Until next time, may the funk be with you, always.